Hello, this is my Christmas and Boxing Day short-term forecast for the UK. I'm going to mostly focus on Boxing Day because the weather's interesting on Boxing Day and it's fairly boring and mundane on Christmas Day. That being said, I think it would be rather inappropriate for me to not mention Christmas Day, so I am going to. And I'm going to try and answer the question, is it going to snow? Because people want to know whether it's going to be a white Christmas. In a word, no. But again, like last year, I suppose there are some nuances about this. So, this is the snow probability risk for midnight tonight. And you can see that there is some colour on the map. And this is down to some showers that are moving into cold air. It's a cold northwesterly airstream. And even though these showers are falling to fairly low levels over Scotland, maybe 300 metres, and the quite widespread showers in the central parts of Scotland. In general, these showers are not getting to lower levels, hence the reason that this map is not full of colour. These are mostly rain showers to lower levels, despite snow falling over higher ground. Okay, so as we go to 6 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day, you can see that little has changed. There are going to be showers in Northern Ireland and Western Scotland, and a few getting into Southern Scotland and northwestern parts of England, and perhaps even eastern parts of England as well. These showers are likely to be rapidly fragmenting and weakening, so showers are not the main story. It is going to be mostly dry, especially if you're away from the coast, so it is going to be a nice, crisp, sunny but cold day. These splodges on the map represent the very small risk that some of these showers could turn wintry at lower levels. If you catch a heavier one, then there could be some sleetiness in it. The Northern Isles also have a greater risk of seeing some of these showers turn to snow because they're really into the cold air. Anyway, as we go through to the middle part of the day, the snow risk again decreases, mostly because the shower potential has decreased. The showers across northwestern England are rapidly dying out. There will be a few isolated ones still into the afternoon, but the vast majority of the UK, perhaps with the exception of the most northern parts of Northern Ireland and the most western parts of Scotland, which are likely to still see a few showers, will be dry, crisp, but very cold. Maximum temperatures perhaps 6 or 7 degrees in the south, maybe only 3 degrees in the north. And in the Northern Islands it might not even be that. And as you can see, the Northern Islands might be one of the few places that do actually see a white Christmas to lower levels. Perhaps Aberdeen has a chance of seeing a white Christmas, as do higher ground, maybe the North York Moors as well. So again, as we move into the evening, the snow risk really decreases because the shower potential all but vanishes, and this is a prelude to a very, very cold night. Well, when I say very cold, I mean quite a cold night in comparison with what we've been used to, and indeed Christmas Day night will be below freezing for the majority of places. Okay, so again, I mean the showers do come back for the Northern Isles later on, but this is a different system, and this is more about what's going to be happening on Boxing Day, so I'll come back to this in a second. But looking at the temperatures, this is the temperature at midnight on Christmas Day going into Boxing Day. You can see that, okay, it's not that cold, but the temperatures perhaps in some of the rural parts of England will definitely get below freezing. I think this map is sort of overestimating the temperatures here. I think the temperatures will be lower than this, maybe -2 degrees in Benson, a well-known frost hollow. Parts of Scotland again -2s, -3s, maybe the odd -5 in some of the more sheltered spots. So still quite a cold night. Now, Boxing Day is an interesting one because it's been giving me a massive headache, because the weather on Boxing Day is really uncertain, because there's this area of low pressure that's moving into the cold air, and it's very difficult to know exactly what it's going to do, and all the models are saying different things. But anyway, let's go into Boxing Day and see what's going on. So here we've got, I mean, this represents the pressure. So the wind follows these contours, and the colour is representing rain or snow. So the green is rain and blue is snow. So as we start off at midnight on Boxing Day, you can see that, well, things are fairly mundane. We've got this ridge of high pressure. That's why it's been cold during Christmas Day night. So Boxing Day morning we are going to be waking up to a very cold start. But then things get interesting. So as we go through, so this is 3 o'clock in the morning, we see that this band of rain starts to move in from the west, there's still actually a few showers in the northern islands, and some of these could still be wintry. Anyway, this band of rain, so this is at 6 o'clock in the morning, moving in from the west is causing some headaches, because it's not exactly known whether or not it's going to be cold enough for this band of precipitation to turn to snow. At this stage, the model is this particular computer model wants it to be rain, although I think it is underestimating the snow potential here. Although certainly in Northern Ireland, I don't think at this stage it will be cold enough for snow across Northern Ireland, except maybe on this northern edge. Even at 6 o'clock in the morning, there could be some snow on this northern edge. And if it does turn to snow, because the winds will be light, and we could see some evaporation or cooling, then this snow could even settle, even down to lower levels. So this is something to watch, right on this northern edge. So this is 6 o'clock in the morning, so 9 o'clock now, so just moving this through. You can see at 12 o'clock, this low is trying to intensify as well, and even if this is not snow, there could be some quite heavy rain on this. Now, again, this visualization is not necessarily supposed to be taken literally, because it's still very hard to pinpoint exactly what this low is going to look like. You can see another system moving in from the northwest, and how these two systems interact is pretty unclear, although at this stage what I think is the most likely scenario is that the northwest will see some showers. Some of these showers, of course, will be wintry, whereas the south will see this belt of rain and perhaps snow. Now, I think this is also a little too far north. I think this will trend a little bit further south and perhaps not be as widespread as it's indicated here. So I think maybe southern Scotland will get away with being quite dry. And you can see there's an indication that this is going to start to turn to snow. And again, I think this is underestimating the snow potential here. I think there is a more significant snow potential than one would otherwise think from looking at this diagram. Okay, so this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's move to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see that the snow potential increases as that cold air starts to move into this low pressure area. And at this stage, I think the low pressure is going to be slightly further south than indicated here. We could see snow as far south as the Midlands, Yorkshire, maybe, the West Midlands, maybe even snow in Manchester. It's definitely a possibility. And again, if it does start to snow, the snow could indeed settle, because it is cold and the winds are fairly light. So it wouldn't take much for the air to really cool down and for some of that snow to start to stick. We could even see 5 centimetres, even down to lower levels in 1 or 2 spots. It's worth watching. We can see that the system starts to clear off to the east, or southeast, and snow again on its back edge. I mean, this could be 3 or 4 hours of snowfall, and some of it quite heavy on its northern edge. Southern areas are not going to get away with not seeing any snow, but it's still going to be quite heavy rain, and perhaps on this southern edge of the low, the winds could be quite strong as well. So there could be some maybe strong wind. I don't think there's going to be gale force winds, but winds could be quite strong on this southern side of the low. But I think in the south it'll be rain at this stage anyway. As we go through Boxing Day, but it's going to be a miserable affair whether you're in the north or the south of England. It's going to be presumably quite wet. Far north of England and eastern parts of Scotland probably the best bet for dry, sunny Boxing Day, and in the northwest there's going to be these wintry showers, which could merge at times to rain or snow. But again, it's very uncertain exactly how this is going to pan out. But I think the northwest could see some wintry showers at the same time. You can see this low starts to clear off to the east. Now I'm going to go through some snow probability maps for Boxing Day as well. So again, this is midnight on Christmas Day, and you can see that there's a few showers that are likely to be snow in the Northern Isles at this stage. That's not the main story though. As this system moves in from the west, turns to snow on its northern edge. 50% chance of snow in parts of Northern Ireland, maybe. But of course, as it moves into the colder air across England, the snow probability is increased. So this is at 12 o'clock, and you can see that there's a 50-50 chance of snow in parts of the Midlands, Manchester maybe. And as we go through the latter part of the day, this is 6 o'clock in the evening. Snow risk across most of northern England. Again, I think this is somewhat more further north than it should be. I think the risk is going to be a little bit further south than indicated here. I think this low pressure area is going to be further south than indicated. And again, there's a small risk of snow in the northwest as well from those showers. Okay, so and as this system clears, of course, the snow risk will transfer further south. So as we go into the 27th, there's a risk of snow actually moving further south. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that now. The outlook, again, it's far from certain now. As this low pressure system clears south on the night of the 27th, there is a chance of some snow even in the far southeast as it clears. Again, it's annoyingly difficult to pin down at the moment. Usually forecasting 2 days ahead is not a problem, but today it is, because the models can't really seem to work out what's happening with this. But on the 27th there could be some snow in the southeast, and then the outlook is on the whole dry and cold. I don't think there's going to be that much more snow, although there could be some flurries blowing in on a northeasterly wind. But it is going to be cold, and daytime maxima could struggle to get above freezing for the foreseeable future, particularly in the southeast. That's after this low pressure area is cleared on Boxing Day night. So the 28th is going to be very cold, but probably quite dry. And the 29th is also going to be cold and dry. And a small chance of it turning milder though in the west and the northwest. But very uncertain about what exactly the outlook is going to be. So I hope you've enjoyed this forecast. I'll probably do another one for New Year's Day. Thanks everyone for watching.